Hey guys, this is just a quick one, but potentially huge for the Madeline Soto death investigation. Remember a couple of days ago in my video when I said when analysing or listening to someone's statement or interview, you start from the premise of they're telling the truth, and then you let them and the evidence talk you down from that truth. If you start from the premise of thinking they're guilty, then you've automatically taught yourself into confirmation bias. You don't want to do that. Start off from the premise of truth. And then you'll know, if you watch my videos regularly, I'm a stickler for a timeline. If a timeline does not make sense, and Jennifer Soto's timeline does not make sense, then there's something very wrong. Well, here is that thing that is very wrong. In a report obtained by WFTV, she told law enforcement that she last saw Madeline at 8 a.m. on the day that she disappeared, when she was getting ready for school. Well, we know from the cops, and listen to this statement again of what the sheriff said in a press conference.
Dozens and dozens of detectives, crime analysts, and specialized team members have been working nonstop and following up on every single lead and every shred of evidence. Our detectives have determined that Madeline was never dropped off on the morning of February 26th near her school. Instead, we believe she was already dead at the time, and that Stephan Sterns moved her body in the early morning hours on that day. We have video evidence that shows Stephan Sterns discarding items in a dumpster in that apartment complex in Kissimmee at 7:35 on Monday, February 26. Detectives later recovered Madeline's backpack and her school-issued laptop from that dumpster. At 8:19, we have evidence that shows Stephan Sterns returning to the complex, and Madeline was visible in that vehicle. We believe she was already dead at that time.
Stephan Sterns, just after 7:30 a.m., was discarding Madeline's backpack and laptop. And at 8:19 a.m., they believed Madeline was dead inside his vehicle. So how is it possible for Jenn Soto to have seen her daughter alive and well and getting ready for school at 8 a.m. Listen to what WFTV say about this.
Jennifer Soto told us last week that the last conversation she had with her daughter was about her 13th birthday party the night before Maddie disappeared.
I told her good night and, yeah, that was it.
But according to documents, Sunday night was not the last time Soto saw Maddie. New documents show that Maddie's mom told deputies on February...
Let's read this. On February 26th, at approximately 1948 hours, I, Deputy Joseph, responded to, and then Maddie's address, regarding a missing juvenile. When on the scene, the step-parent stated he dropped his daughter off at school, and when the mother went to the school, the daughter was not there. The parents searched within the neighbourhood and places where the daughter may have gone. The parents could provide a location the daughter may have been, but yielded negative results when deputies checked the area. So that would have been the church. He said he dropped her off at the church. The juvenile was entered into databases as missing disabled. My investigation revealed the following. When I arrived on scene, I spoke with the mother, Jennifer Soto, who gave me verbal and sworn written testimony. On February 26 at approximately 800 hours, 8 a.m., Jennifer observed missing Madeline Soto getting dressed for school. Stepfather Stephan Sterns took Madeline to school, dropping her off near the intersection of Town Loop Boulevard and Hunters Park Lane. At approximately 8:30, Jennifer went to Hunters Creek Middle School in an attempt to pick up Madeline at approximately 1600 hours, 4 p.m, when she discovered Madeline did not make it to school. In an effort to find Madeline, Jennifer looked through the neighbourhood near Madeline's school, etc, etc, etc. This deputy spoke with Stephan Sterns, who said at approximately 8:25 to 8:40, he dropped Madeline off approximately 1 block away from her school. Stephan watched Madeline leave his vehicle and walk towards the direction of her school. As Stephan was driving away, he could see what appeared to be Madeline searching through her book bag. He did not think anything of it due to Madeline usually looking through her bag to find headphones so she could put them on before going to school. Well, what was she listening to the headphones from? Because didn't she leave her phone at home? Or did she have a separate thing, like an iPod or something, that she listened to music on? Absolute, complete lies.
That she saw her daughter getting dressed for school at 8 o'clock that morning and that her boyfriend then took the teen to school. But since that initial report was taken, we learned from the Orange County Sheriff that Maddie was likely dead earlier than that.
Our detectives have determined that Madeline was never dropped off. Instead, we believe she was already dead at the time, and that Stephan Sterns moved her body in the early morning hours on that day.
Channel 9 has been going through statements from Stephan Sterns and Soto trying to piece together what happened in the last few hours of the little girl's life, starting with our interview of the couple. Her mom told us last week.
We dropped her off at school, close to school. She wanted to walk the rest of the way.
But in that same interview, then said,
I wasn't the one who took her to school in the morning. That was my partner. But yeah.
Detectives believe Maddie was likely dead early Monday morning because a video timeline shows Maddie's belongings being dumped in a dumpster at 7:35 by Sterns.
Look, at the very least, Jennifer Soto is covering up. She openly lied to cops. At the very least, she's covering up for Stephan Sterns, in my opinion. But she certainly talked me down from a basic and initial premise of truth. She's lying. She's lying. She is. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.